Let me tell you something most people don't want to admit. You're not behind in life because you're lazy. You're behind because your day starts out of control. Think about your usual morning. You wake up late, you check your phone, you rush everything, and before you even realize it, your day is already reacting instead of leading. That used to be me. And that's exactly why I decided to test something that sounds simple, but is actually very uncomfortable. Waking up at 5 a.m. every single day for 30 days, no motivation, no hype, just real discipline. My name is Zach, and I spend way too much time thinking about how small habits impact your money and long-term financial success. If you're someone who feels stuck financially, struggles with discipline, or constantly feels like there aren't enough hours in the day to improve your situation, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because what I discovered after 30 days was not what I expected. Now, before we go further, let's clear one big misconception. Waking up at 5 a.m. will not magically make you rich. If it did, millions of people who wake up early for work would already be wealthy. So no, this is not about the time. It's about what that time allows you to do consistently. So here was my plan. Wake up at 5 a.m., no snooze button, no phone for the first hour, and use that time for high-value activities only. Not scrolling, not pretending to be busy, real work. Day one, terrible. I was tired, groggy, and honestly questioning why I even started. And that's exactly where most people quit, because they expect immediate results. But here's the thing, your brain is wired for comfort, not growth. When you suddenly remove late night scrolling, easy dopamine, and comfort, your brain pushes back hard. This is where it gets really interesting. Your brain runs on dopamine. And dopamine isn't just about pleasure. It's about motivation. When you're used to constant stimulation, social media, notifications, entertainment, your brain expects easy rewards. So when you wake up early and replace that with discipline, your brain feels like something is missing. That's why it feels uncomfortable. That's why it feels difficult. Week one was all about survival, just showing up, nothing impressive, no crazy productivity, just consistency. But then week two came and something started to shift. I didn't suddenly become super productive, but I felt more in control. And that matters more than you think, because people who control their time are the same people who eventually control their money. Let's talk about something practical. If you wake up just 2 hours earlier than usual, that's 2 extra hours per day. Over 30 days, that's 60 hours. That's basically an entire extra week of work. Now imagine using just one of those hours every day to learn a skill, something like video editing, freelancing, copywriting, digital marketing. In 6 months, that's around 180 hours of focused learning. That's enough to become good enough to start earning. Even if you start small, let's say earning $5 to $10 per hour, working just 2 hours a day, that's $300 to $600 per month. And as your skill improves, that number grows. That's how income actually scales. Not from one big opportunity, but from consistent effort. Here's what most people don't realize. Mornings are powerful because they are quiet. No distractions, no pressure, no noise. Your brain is fresh, and that allows something rare, deep focus. And here's a simple truth. 1 hour of deep focused work is more valuable than 3 hours of distracted effort. So those extra morning hours, they're not just extra time, they're high quality time. By week 3, things started to feel different. Waking up became easier. My mind felt clearer. I started completing tasks faster, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel like I was behind in life. But there's another benefit that nobody talks about: better decisions. Most bad financial decisions happen when you are tired or mentally drained. That's when you spend impulsively. That's when you avoid important work. That's when you choose comfort over growth. But when you wake up early, you handle your most important tasks when your brain is at its best. And that directly improves your financial behavior. Now you might be thinking, I'm just not disciplined enough for this. And that's completely fair. But discipline is not something you're born with. It's something you build. through repetition, through identity. When you start waking up early every day, you begin to see yourself differently. You become someone who follows through, someone who shows up. And that identity shift changes everything. But let's be honest, this wasn't perfect. Here's what didn't work. Waking up early without sleeping enough, that will destroy your energy. You need at least 7 hours of sleep. Waking up without a plan. If you don't know what to do, you will waste that time trying to change everything at once. That never worked. Start small. Now let's talk about the real results after 30 days. No exaggeration, no hype. I didn't become rich. I didn't suddenly become perfect, but I became consistent. I made better decisions. I reduced stress. I started building skills. And most importantly, I stopped feeling stuck. And that's the big issue, because once you stop feeling stuck, you start moving forward. So if you want to try this, here's a simple approach. Don't jump straight to 5 a.m. Start by waking up 30 minutes early. Then gradually adjust. Choose one priority task. Just one. Something that actually moves your life forward. Remove distractions. No phone, no social media. Protect your focus. Fix your sleep. Because early mornings start the night before, and track your progress. Consistency is what creates results. Let me leave you with this. Waking up at 5 a.m. is not a magic solution. It's a tool that gives you time, a tool that gives you control, a tool that creates opportunity. The question is, what are you going to do with it? If this helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this, because small habits create big financial results. And I'll see you in the next one.